Coming up, curfew crackdown. Over a dozen young people stopped by D.C. police. More restrictions on young people being in public spaces just went into effect after a series of fights Halloween night. One seen, 5 shot. A quadruple shooting sending men and women to the hospital overnight. What vehicle D.C. police are looking for right now? Final pitch. Candidates in Virginia making their last case to voters ahead of Election Day on Tuesday. Plus, what a brand new poll found in the race for governor.
And a few spot showers are coming in overnight tonight, but certainly not enough to put a dent in any of the drought situation. We'll talk about if any of the fronts to move through this week will. That's coming up.
The end of an era in Prince George's County. Six Flags stopping the roller coasters and concessions today after 25 years. We've got to look back and into the future for the site in Bowie. Holiday deals are arriving early. We'll tell you where and how to land the real discounts to stretch your dollar.
You're watching the station covering all of the DMV. This is DC News Now.
Good Sunday evening, everybody. Thank you for joining us for DC News Now at 6 o'clock. I'm Ben Dennis. We begin tonight in the district. That's where we have learned that 5 people were shot overnight in Northeast, and police are looking for a gold sedan. Officers say 3 men and 2 women were shot on Bladensburg Road around 1:50 this morning and just north of New York Avenue. All victims were conscious and breathing and taken to the hospital. Still no word, though, on their condition. However, police are looking for a gold sedan they believe is connected to the shooting. D.C. police also say that they stopped 18 young people overnight for violating brand new curfews. The mayor announced them yesterday evening after fights on Halloween night, including in Navy Yard. D.C. police say 18 juveniles were stopped for violations, 14 of them at 14th and U Street after they refused to leave just before 11 o'clock. MPD says 2 young people were also stopped near Navy Yard around 12:30 this morning, and 2 more people were stopped at 9th and U Street Northwest. There are 4 special juvenile curfew zones in effect as of 1 minute ago until 11 p.m. That's when a citywide juvenile curfew takes effect. These rules will apply every night through Wednesday, the 5th. Meteorologist Scott Sumner, man of the control, standing by. It was a little bit warmer than I would have anticipated today for a fall day, Scott, but it was beautiful nonetheless.
Yeah, just a few degrees warmer here. 66 was the high today. That's 3 degrees warmer than the average of 63. The morning low was pretty close to what the average should be, 44 this morning. Average should be 46. The record high 85 set back in 1971, and the record low 28 set back in 1923. All right, so with that being said, temperatures that we saw today will be fairly similar in nature to what we may see during the week. And right now we're seeing a temperature of 59 degrees. We have overcast or cloudy skies on top of the area this evening, and we'll continue to see those clouds be in play. It will not drop the temperatures quite as low as it was last night, but still will be into the 40s here, upper 40s for the district over the next 12 hours, as noted here with our bar graphic. Now, with regards to the weather headlines, a few spot showers after midnight tonight. We'll get into that with the future cast coming up in a bit. Several fronts through the DMV to move through, although it will be a mostly dry week. Hey, can we get some decent rain in here by next weekend? Well, stick around. We'll talk about that coming up.
We need it, that's for sure. Thanks, Scott. All new tonight, a suspect was taken into custody after a man was shot and killed inside a D.C. home just this morning. Police say the man was killed inside of the house on P Street near Pennsylvania Avenue in Southeast right before 9 o'clock. They say the suspect was arrested, although it's unclear if the two knew each other. In Virginia, got an update here. An 18-year-old was arrested after a commercial building caught fire in Stafford County. This happened Monday, October the 27th around 5 p.m. All unfolded at a vacant building on Cambridge Street near Stafford High School. Nobody was inside at the time, but smoke could be seen from 3 sides of the building. Thursday, police arrested 18-year-old Samuel Herring. He's facing charges of burning an unoccupied structure, and he's being held in jail without bond. Well, DC News Now is, of course, your local election headquarters, and Virginia voters are just days away from electing their first female governor. There are also more critical statewide positions up for grabs. Early voting wrapped up yesterday. And how about the numbers? The Virginia Public Access Project estimates a record 1.3 million ballots have been cast as of Friday. In the last statewide election in 2021, when Governor Glenn Youngkin was elected, less than 1.2 million ballots were cast early. Comes as a new poll shows that Democrat Abigail Spanberger's lead in the governor's race is continuing to grow. The survey's from Emerson College, and it has her ahead by double digits over Republican Winsome Earl-Sears. The poll found the former congresswoman is leading the current lieutenant governor by 11 points. The poll was conducted from October the 20th to the 31st and polled 880 very likely voters. The poll also found that Democrat Jay Jones holds a 2-point lead against incumbent Jason Miyares for Virginia Attorney General. Other polling has found Miyares has taken the lead after Jones was first embroiled in a violent text scandal. Turning our focus to the government shutdown, where it has been for more than a month. Live look at the Capitol. The U.S. Senate returns tomorrow. They're expected to vote again to reopen the government. Shutdown is entering month number 2. We are now 33 days into it. The shutdown right now is on the path to being the longest in U.S. history. That lasted 35 days 7 years ago. Many programs, including SNAP, have been affected by the shutdown. While the money has run dry there, 2 federal judges say contingency funding should be used temporarily for SNAP. Back here at home, Virginia, Maryland, and D.C. have all announced that they will temporarily fund SNAP. All right, Maryland is finding ways to step up and help thousands of federal workers that are affected by the shutdown. DC News Now Shanika Grimshaw shows us how Montgomery County is lending a hand in this week's MoCo Minute.
Governor Wes Moore met with workforce development leaders in Montgomery County to talk about how the state is supporting furloughed and laid off federal employees. Governor Moore visited the Mobilize Montgomery Federal Workforce Career Center in Wheaton, the first career center in the county designed specifically for displaced federal workers.
We're working to shield federal workers from evictions and utility shutoffs. And we set up a pipeline for federal workers to enter into essential and available state jobs.
The center offers job search help, resume workshops, training programs, and one-on-one career support. Leaders say it's already making a difference for families worried about what's next, and federal workers are in urgent need of support.
Through all of it, people have learned that in Maryland, we will lead the charge and we will protect our people. I will continue to work in partnership with our local officials and the private sector to help Marylanders get back on their feet.
With more than 260,000 Marylanders working for the federal government, officials say the state will continue to do all it can to help employees weather the shutdown. The Mobilize Montgomery Career Center is open weekdays in Wheaton, and walk-ins are welcome. For MoCo Minute, I'm Shanika Grimshaw.
Best of luck to everybody there. Shanika, thank you. You can stay on top of the government shutdown with us and Waking Up with Sunrise on the Hill. That airs every weekday morning from 6 until 9 o'clock. Hosts Hillary Howard and Corey Smith have the latest news and in-depth analysis from a team of reporters across the DMV. Ahead at 6:30, the candidate that's joining them tomorrow ahead of Election Day in Virginia. Happening now, it is the end of an era for Prince George's County. Six Flags America in Bowie has shut down the rides. They've closed their gates for a final time. The theme park that entertained hundreds of thousands of people over the years has closed for good. DC News Now's Dave Laval joins us live from Six Flags. Dave, a lot of pomp and circumstance and fun, cotton candy over the years, but I'm guessing this is quite an emotional day for folks.
Oh, it certainly is, this attraction has had several names since it first opened way back in 1974. Since 1999, it's been known as Six Flags America. As for emotions, there's a roller coaster of feelings tonight as this theme park is no more. Families gathered earlier to capture final moments of the theme park. Operators announced back on May 1st this would be the final season of Six Flags America. It featured more than 100 attractions, including 8 roller coasters such as Superman, Ride of Steel, and the Flying Batwing. As people gathered for one final day of thrills and fun, they also reflected on the memories the theme park created for them.
My family and I come out, all the time. We used to have season passes, and we said we can't miss the final day. And so we came out this Sunday to just kind of pay our final respects to Six Flags. We're going to miss it.
Oh my goodness, it is so
The property also housed Hurricane Harbor Water Park. It shut down for good September 6th. The 131-acre amusement park will now go up for sale for redevelopment. We're live in Bowie, Maryland. Dave Laval, DC News Now.
Our thanks to Dave tonight. The Washington Commanders are hosting the Seattle Seahawks tonight at home. They're looking to get back in the win column, too, and snap a 3-game losing skid. But we like to see that. Sports reporters Alex Flum and Jake Rahm are live at Northwest Stadium ahead of tonight's game. Guys, what's the energy like right now, and what can we expect to see later in the show?
Yeah, Ben, fans are starting to trickle in here for Sunday Night Football. Commanders, Seahawks, and you said it right there. They need to snap this 3-game losing skid. They need to get back in the win column if they're going to have any chance of making the playoffs this season.
Yeah, 3-5, 3-game losing streak like you guys have mentioned. But Jayden Daniels back on the field. He is active tonight. We hear from head coach Dan Quinn, offensive coordinator Cliff Kingsbury, and Jayden himself from earlier this week. That's coming up in a little bit in sports.